So can I just check in with each of you and find out if there's anything you're hoping we'll do today? So let's see here. Bill, what about you? Bill.
Anything. I'm fine with anything.
Yeah? All right. All right. Do you have something, Bill, to do a side bend with, or do we need, okay,
This thing right here.
okay. What is that thing?
It's a trifold futon.
Okay. All right, Kelly, how are you? What's up?
I'm good. I still need, foot and left, leg, it's lower leg,
Okay, calves, kind of that part.
Yeah, the plantar fasciitis part I still have pain at the end of the day. During the day, I'm fine because I wear my special shoes and
Okay,
a little elastic brace thing.
okay. Oh yeah, we were gonna do the double ball thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And how about you, Anne?
Anything to do with the psoas would be good, just to
Okay.
tighten it up, just get a little more space, whatever
Okay.
but otherwise anything's fine, really.
Thank you, Anne. Joe? Oh, I can't hear you. You're muted.
Anything's fine.
All right. All is good. Okay. And Matt?
Anything for grumpiness. I'd be happy. Yeah. Anything, neck, again, I don't know if we've done neck too much, but neck would be fine.
Okay. All right. Great. Okay, thank you. Thank you for letting me know what's going on. Let me ask if you have easily available, 2 balls, 2 tennis-sized balls, and a sock. Joe's got a couple.
No.
Do you have, Kelly? Bill doesn't
Yeah,
have.
sure.
Okay. What about you, Matt? Do you have that by chance? Yes? And there goes Anne getting a couple of balls. Okay. All right. That is helpful. Okay, here we go then. Looks like we're recording, so that's cool. Okay, well, let's take a comfortable seat. Don't know what happened to my mom today. Matt's paw. All right. Okay, so we're gonna take a comfortable seat, place our feet on the ground, check our footprints and see if they're parallel, give ourselves enough height in the chair. Like, yeah, Bill, do you have something to sit upon? Look, that chair is too small. Like if you were the Goldilocks, you'd be like, this chair is too small. It's too short. Better? That feels better, huh, Bill?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and you're welcome to close your eyes. Relax your shoulders. Notice where the weight, where your pelvis connects to your seat there. Notice the support beneath you. And then lengthen your spine all the way up to the sky. And then bringing the breath in through your nose. Notice the pause at the top of the inhale. And then making the exhale smooth. And let's balance the inhale with the exhale. No matter what the length of the breath is, making the breath as smooth as you can. And then at the bottom of your next exhale, you can release any control on the breath. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Honoring your willingness and your efforts, the discipline that it takes to come to your seat, to take the time. And then with your next exhale, you can bow your head towards your heart. And then release your hands and lift your gaze. So, many of you know that there's 8 limbs to yoga. So we know we get to practice yoga asana, the postures. But prior to the postures, there's the yamas and the niyamas. And these are really ethical principles that are, 6 of those principles are really the principles that relate to yourself. And then 6 or 10, depending on what text you look like, are the principles that relate to the world around you. And so it's the yamas, the niyamas, so these ethical principles. And then there's the asana, which is about the movement of the body, the practice of moving the body so that we can continue to keep the body maybe more movable, more pliable, more able to do throughout our lives. Pranayama, which is about controlling the breath. So working with our breath, which is what you were just doing at the beginning when you were balancing the inhale and the exhale, noticing the pause. So you're working with your breathing. And the reason I have you count the breath to balance the inhale and the exhale is about controlling the mind, right? Because the mind is always wanting to go either to the future, the past, aversion, desire, right? Anywhere but now. So we have to use discipline. So we've got, and then there's pratyahara, which is about the senses, because our senses are very stimulated. This time of year is a great opportunity for us to draw in. Just like nature is coming more inward, we are nurtured to draw more in. Now, we don't live in a society that does that. The pandemic has really forced it upon us in many ways to become more inward. And, many of us could see that as a gift. One of the gifts of being in this pandemic is we are more inward looking right now, whether we like it or we don't. And then there's Dana and Dharana. So these are about concentration and one-pointed focus. And the last one is Samadhi. So Samadhi is what we seek. We seek bliss, right? We would love this. So one of the places that I've been working, I will share with you, is one of the yamas, and it's called tapas. And tapas is about heat, but not like, okay, I'm going to turn the heat up really high and practice my yoga in a really hot room. Not that kind of heat. Tapas, it also translates to discipline, but the heat part is about a habit. Let's say you decide you want to come to get up early every morning and spend some time sitting. And that's a really difficult thing to begin, because you probably have to give something up in order to do it. It might be something that happens the night before. It might be some habit you have in the morning of turning on the news. It might, all these different things. And when we bring a more beneficial habit in, and it has to meet up into a habit that maybe we've had, but isn't as maybe beneficial for the self, we get friction there. So tapas is that friction that when we try to add something new that may be more beneficial, it can be difficult to begin. So on this journey, our life journey, if we look at it through the lens of yoga, for me right now, I go, what are the obstacles that prevent me from living the life I want to live? Well, first, of course, I have to go, what is the life I want to live? Well, this is something I've been questioning all along my whole life, right? But at this point in my life, what is keeping me from that? So that's one of the questions that I am asking myself. I'm very curious about this. And then once I ask myself that question, I become curious about what is in my way. What are the obstacles I have that are preventing me? So I plant this seed right now because we're getting towards the end of the year. We're moving towards solstice. Solstice is about letting go, right? Solstice is about getting rid of, burning whatever it is that is no longer serving you. It could be a thought pattern. It could be, many different things. Some furniture, maybe. Just what is getting in our way, and what is it we want to bring back in. So I'll just plant that seed a little with you at the beginning of class this morning. Just remembering, we get to come together, we're going to practice our movement, but there is much more to this than just the asana. And that's a beautiful part of yoga that we often overlook. All right, so let's begin our practice by taking a twist this morning in your chair. So in your chair or whatever it is you're seated upon, come to the very, very edge. I'll make sure I did a spotlight of my video. Make sure the feet again are planted. All right. And let's inhale up through the crown of the skull. We're going to take a simple twist to your right. And then you exhale, you reach the left hand across and the right hand behind. This doesn't need to be the deepest twist in the world. I'm simply trying to just move my body a little bit in a plane, in a direction that maybe I haven't been. So I want to notice the opposite foot on the floor. So if you're turning towards your right, Can you notice your left foot on the ground? Can you draw your left knee back into your body a little bit because it's probably trying to shift forward. So draw that back. Take a deep inhale. And then as you exhale, go ahead and release and turn back to center. Inhale here. And then we're going to exhale, we're going to twist the other way. So right hand will come across, left hand behind, and drop your attention back into the right foot. Notice if the right thigh knee started shifting forward, pull it back because we want this twist to be above the navel, above L2, the second lumbar, up through the thoracic spine. So we'll take another deep breath in. And then we'll exhale back to center. And now let's inhale, take the arms straight ahead. We'll exhale, take them wide. And then we're going to turn the palms to the sky. And inhale, lift the arms. Now, if taking them like this is difficult, then you could go back to forward. Sometimes the arms move more easily when they're forward. And then we're going to exhale. We're going to turn the palms away, reach them out, draw the fingernails back. And place the hands back on your lap. Take a deep breath. Okay, one more time. This time we're going to take the arms forward. We'll clasp the hands. Let's inhale, take the elbows wide and draw the hands towards you. Can you turn the palms away from you and press the hands out? So now this is really opening the wrists and the palms. And then if you can, so you're reaching all the way broad across the back of the body. And maybe inhale, lift the arms. So this is where it gets a little like, whoa, because it's requiring a lot in the hands. We'll let the shoulder blades slide down. We'll lift the arms wherever you can. And then we're going to take the arms wide again. All right, great. Now, one more piece I want to just invite you in. The lungs. So the lungs really only go to about here in your rib cage. So you have 3 lobes on the right, you have 2 lobes on the left of the lungs. So there's the lungs inside the ribs. Below this, we have the diaphragm and then all the abdominal organs. So there's the lungs. And we might say that we have the face of the lungs, we've got the sides of the lungs, and the backs of the lungs. And so I'm going to invite you to move the lungs inside your rib cage. Let's come up to standing. And can you walk over towards a wall? And if you face your wall, you're going to take your right hand up to about 2 o'clock. That was the hand of the clock. And you're going to stand a good foot away from the wall, 12 or more inches away from the wall. And then just step your right foot forward a little and your left foot back. So you got the right hand, it's up at a diagonal. It's at about 2 o'clock. Your right foot is forward. Okay. Now, if you can draw your attention into the right lung, and can you go inside? Now, I know this is like, you're going, whoa, what? Yes, you can. You're going to drop your attention inside the right lung and turn the right lung, the face of the right lung, away from the center of the body. The face of the right lung rotates toward your right hand. Now you might be finding numbness or tingling in the hand. It's okay. The right lung is turning towards the right. And then we'll exhale. You can step the right foot back. And you can either step away from the wall to bring the right arm down, whatever is easiest for you, and let the arm down. And right now you might feel like your right arm is longer than your left. So one more piece is the tops of the lungs are above your collarbones. They're called the apex. The top of the lungs is above your collarbones. All right. So let's do the second side. You turn towards the wall. You're going to take your left arm up. It's going to be at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock or so. And then you're going to turn away from that arm. You're a good foot plus away from the wall. We'll take left foot forward, right foot back. And here, you're going to take the face of the left lung and turn it away from the midline of your body. So the front of your left lung, can you go in there and turn it? So in other words, the front of the left lung is turning towards your arm, which means the back of the left lung is turning towards the spine. It has to rotate the whole thing inside the rib cage. And we could add that the apex of the left lung, remember I said that up is going to reach all the way towards your left hand. All right, and then we'll either step away from the wall, left foot back, make the feet even, slide that hand down, and then both arms are dangling. And we'll just take a breath in. And then let's take the arms, we're in standing, and let's inhale, let's take them straight up. We could take the palms to face each other. Yay, great, Anne, that's it. And then remember where I said the upper apexes of the lungs, they're way above your collarbones. Reach the lungs all the way up towards the hands. Reach the lungs toward the hands. When you reach the lungs, the upper lobes of the lungs toward the hands, did your hands get closer together? And then turn the hands away from the midline and reach them out and bring them down. All right. So now let's take a stance where the feet are just a little wider than hip distance. And we'll kind of soften the knees a little bit. So we're not going to lock the knees. We'll have the knees a little soft. And we're just going to start to turn the body up. So we're going to breathe in through the nose and out slowly through the mouth like a straw. In through the nose, out slowly like a straw you're blowing out. Okay, then we could add, have I done this with you guys before? I can't remember. But anyway, we're gonna add a more forceful exhale out the mouth, like you're blowing out a candle. At the same time, we'll push with the hands. So it looks like. Join me if you feel comfortable with that forceful exhale, like you're blowing out a candle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we slowly come back. Great, and then we just let the body come to being slow. There it is. All right, great, and then we'll step the feet back together. Okay. Let's take our side bend that I talked about at the beginning, just to open through the side body. And if it's easy, great. If it's not an easy thing to do, it's no big deal. But if it's convenient and easy, take whatever side you're going to go to. If your second thing is on the right side of you, but whatever side, I'll try to give directions so you can be. So we'll call the hand is going to be on this surface. You're going to walk that hand out, whatever surface that is, and then plant that palm and reach back into the opposite sit bone. So if your right hand is out, you're going to reach into your left sit bone. And then let's take the left arm or the opposite arm and reach it. I like to go forward and up alongside my ear. So now on the side of the body that you're stretching, that is opening, can you really lengthen the lung inside the rib cage on that side? So you're opening through the side of the lung, the back of the lung, and then we'll inhale, come back up. Rest both hands for a moment. And then we're going to take the other side. So you can either walk around to the other side or carefully move your furniture to the other side, whatever it is. Be careful. And then you'll take that hand onto the surface. You walk it away from you. So, you want it to be away so that you have to lean into it. You lean into it and then root the opposite sit bone. And then if it's okay, take the arm and bring it around. And then inhaling into the side body. The exhale, can you imagine just opening through that side lung? Make it long. Long lung. And then we'll inhale, come back up. And we'll rest both hands again. Okay, great. Let's take the hands behind you just for a moment onto the seat of a chair. And so you've got the hands back on the chair. You're going to press firmly into the leg of the chair. I'm sitting way up on the edge of my chair. And then, so I just barely have my seat. I'm sitting on the edge of my chair. And then you're going to inhale. So remember, the top of the lungs are right above the collarbones. Lift the top of your lungs up. Inside the rib cage, lift the lungs, and you'll feel, then the bones will move too. But we're just doing it from a place of the lungs. Opening across the front of the chest, using your breath. And then exhale, release your hands. Now you're going to bring the arms forward and broaden through the back body. Let the top of the lungs turn in and down like you're hugging something. Take the palms, turn them away, like you're swimming to the surface. The hands come wide, they go back, they find the chair again, and inhale. Lift those upper lobes of the lungs. You might notice one side is less, it's not as easy. Add a little more of your attention there. Take another deep inhale. And when you get to the next exhale, release and bring the arms forward. You can exhale out the mouth if that's more comfortable. And then we'll bring the hands straight down and they'll come back to the left. And we just take a breath. All right. And then we're going to come back up to standing. Back up to standing. I don't need my extra piece of furniture there. My chair, I'm going to move. So it'll be at the end of my yoga mat. And we'll step the feet wide apart. So we got the chair off to the right. Sorry. Off to your right is your chair. We're going to take warrior two. So in warrior two, we're going to take the left heel, take it back, and the right heel under the surface of the chair. All right, here we go. Now, if you need the one hand on the chair, the front hand, that's fine. Otherwise, let's inhale the arms out wide. And exhale, you're bending the front knee. And I want you to drop your attention into the back, that's your left upper lobe of your lung. I want you to reach it into the back hand. When you do that, can you feel how that grounds you in your back leg? And then relax the arms and straighten the front leg. And then we can step your feet together and turn around to take the other side. So the right heel goes back, the left foot comes under the seat of the chair. You'll inhale the arms out. And exhale, warrior two, where you bend the front knee. And I'm asking you to take the upper lobe of the back arm, lung, the lung on the back arm, and reach it into the back hand. Reach all the way into the back hand. See if when you do that, does it relax the back shoulder? Okay. And then you'll relax both arms. And straighten the front leg, make the feet parallel, and then you can step the feet back together. Let's inhale. Can we lift the arms again? So palms facing each other. And then can we take the upper lobes of the lungs and lift them? And also the back of the lungs. And then we'll take the arms. You can either take them straight down in front of you or release them out to the side. And just let the arms dangle for a moment. All right. And let's go, if it's easy, we'll go back to a wall. If you need to stay with your chair, you can, but I want to just stretch the back of the legs. So I'm going to do this calf stretch. We're going to join Kelly in her daily calf stretch. We're going to take right leg back, left foot forward, and we're going to walk the hands high up, bending the front knee. And we're gonna take, as we've got the right foot back, left foot forward, left knee is not past the left ankle. Arms are up the wall. And here, can we reach from the back of the right lung to the back heel? The back of your right lung to the back heel. It just adds a little stretch to that right lung, is what I feel. And a lift at the back of the rib cage. And then we'll let the hands come down. And we'll switch sides. We'll take left leg back. Foot is pointing straight ahead and right foot forward. We'll bend the front knee and walk the hands up the wall. And here, bringing your awareness into your left lung. And what happens when you try to reach it all the way to the left heel? All right, and then we'll slide the hands down the wall. And can we take a half forward fold where we've got the hands up high? And we can reach the upper lobes of the lungs toward the hands. We can lift the back of the lungs into the back of the rib cage. And then we'll walk back towards the wall and we'll let the arms dangle. Right. Letting the arms rest. Okay, let's do, you doing all right? Everyone okay? Yeah? Can we do side angle pose with our chair, the back of our chair? So that means that I'm gonna, and you could use, you know, whatever, but if I use the back of this chair, I'm gonna step my feet wide. Back foot's gonna turn in a little, that'll be your left leg. Right foot's gonna go under the seat of the chair. And then, well, here we go. So we'll inhale, let's reach the back arm up part way. And then as you exhale, you can bring that hand on the hip and bring the forearm as you bend the front knee and take. So here's the pelvis is pointing towards the back foot. I have my forearm on the seat of the chair. I remember from the last thing we did at the wall when we were stretching the back of the lungs, that on the back leg side, which is your left, you could take the back of the left lung and reach into the left heel. It just brings more presence. Do you feel it in the back of the rib cage on that side? And then dropping the left arm down in front of you and bringing that up alongside your ear. That's similar to what you did with the second piece of furniture a little bit ago. So you're reaching, elongating the lung again. All right, and then we inhale, we come all the way up. And then we can step the feet together, or we can do our heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. That's just rotating the legs. Wow, and just take a breath for a moment right there and see what you feel. How is the right side? What's the left side of your body feel like? So one of the things I'm often reminded about when, especially because I ask you to put your attention into these places in our bodies that, some we don't even go to. Hey, well, we can't travel right now anyway. We might as well travel within our own bodies to these places that sometimes feel like a foreign country. Like, what? Where's that? So, but what I notice is by moving from the place of the right lung, and that on that side was my right side, it was your left, that I feel a change in the whole side. It's not that I just feel a change up where this lung is, but I feel a change in my whole body. So it's just a reminder that, our bodies they're called a tensegrity structure. In other words, if I have a home knit sweater or something, and when I pull on that one little one thread, it changes the shape of the whole garment. So when I do something, it's like if I injure myself, it affects all of me. It doesn't just affect one part of me. If I lengthen one part of me, it affects more than that one part. This is the way we are designed. We are all, glued together. Let's do the other side. You can either turn around or you can move your chair. So back heel drops back, front heel turns forward. All right, here we go. We could inhale the back arm back. And then as you exhale, you start to point the pelvis towards the back leg as you bring your hand down, you bend your front knee, and you can pause there for a moment. You can look at your front knee and just make sure that the inner thigh on that side is long towards the knee, that the knee is pointing toward the second and third toe, not the big toe. And then if you want, you can either drop the arm or just leave the hand on the hip. And now we're starting. Even if I have my hand on my hip, I can still start to reach from the lung, your right lung, the skyward side, into the back heel on that side. And I can reach the top of that lung, that apex, towards the hand. Oh, and I forgot, I could turn the face of the lung, your right one, towards the sky. And then we're going to inhale and we can heel toe the feet back together, step, and let the arms dangle. All right, great, thank you. Those were asking a lot. So we're going to come down to the ground because I want to allow a little time at the end for a little pranayama possibly. So how are we coming to the ground? We're going to take our chair and turn it. And can we add, wait, hold everything. Did you come to the ground yet? If you didn't, I forgot this one that has been really helpful for Kelly. So I'm going to bring it in, and it's going to be, if you have your sock with 2 balls in it, if you don't worry, I'll give you something else. But if you have a sock with 2 balls in it, you're going to tie a knot to hold those 2 balls in place. Okay, if you have a sock with 2 balls, you'll have a little knot there. Okay, and you'll sit in the one chair. And if you don't have one, then I'm going to have you sit and do another twist. If you have one, You're gonna take the balls and put them on your second piece of furniture. It could be lower, it doesn't need to be this high, it doesn't matter. But you're gonna put the leg up there and you're gonna put those two balls at the lower calf. So it's not on the Achilles tendon, it's just above it at the lower calf. All right, and then I'm gonna do some really small moving of the leg that's on top of those two balls. I could even bend my knee a little and straighten my leg. Those are another way I can move my leg. Bend my knee slightly, straighten my leg. Doesn't need to be a lot, but it's more beneficial if it's slow. If I don't have a sock with you guys that have the two balls, that's what you're doing. If I don't have two balls, I'm going to take a little deeper stretch. I mean, a little deeper twist. I'll actually turn sideways to my chair. So you're either doing the two balls or you're gonna do a twist. Again, this time it'll be a little deeper because you're going to add, if you're turning to the right, the face of the right lung is turning right. The back of the right lung is coming towards the spine. Those of you that have the ball, you're just slowly bend the knee a little and straighten the leg a little. And you're right above the Achilles tendon. That's it, Bill. That's it. So the face of the right lung is going right. Slowly moving, great. Okay, and then we're gonna go to the other side. So Matt, I'm just gonna do one thing. I'm gonna change one thing with your twist. And instead of doing both knees, Matt, you're gonna do one knee on the side, only one leg on the second side. So Bill is going, you're gonna go to the left. It'd be good. Make the feet parallel, Bill. Don't let the legs slide back. Matt, you guys switch, you ball people. You're gonna straighten your left leg and bring the right knee across toward, yeah, but right arm out. There you go. Yeah, what do you think? And you might even bring, yeah, the right knee closer up toward the chest a little. Yes. It is an opening for the front of the right chest, I know, with that right arm out. And there you go. There you go. That's it, Bill. That's it. Where the face of the left lung is going left and the back of the left lung is turning towards the spine. Those of you doing the calf, you're slow, 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 slow. Okay, thank you. And we can come out of that twist. And then Matt, you're gonna bring one knee up to the chest at a time. The rest of us are gonna join Matt. We're gonna come down to the ground. Okay, so the rest of us will come to the ground. Matt's already on the ground. We're gonna join Matt on the ground. We'll take our legs up onto the seat of the chair. And we can join Matt. Matt's got one knee up to the chest. We're gonna do that too, and we'll have the other leg up on the seat of the chair. So one leg can be on the seat of the chair, one knee toward the chest. And then we'll switch sides. So do one leg at a time, excuse me, knee to chest. And then you'll place both legs up on the seat of the chair. And I want to just guide you through just a little breathing practice, a little pranayama practice before Shavasana. So let's put both legs up on the seat of the chair, the full calf supported, whatever's comfortable. Now, initially, you might be feel the breath also feeling the belly expand in your breathing. But for the next few minutes, I'm going to ask you to draw the breath from the lower front ribs, just however high it gets up along the sternum on the inhale. The exhale, you'll be completely relaxed. So just for the next few moments, can you bring the breath and let it on the inhale kind of climb from the bottom of the lower ribs, sternum. And the exhale, you're just releasing and relaxing. Almost like on the inhale, like you scroll up from the bottom of the lower ribs, somewhere up the sternum, whatever you get to on that inhale. And then the exhale, you're simply resting, releasing the breath. If you feel the inhale that it's coming into the belly, can you direct the inhale to come up into the rib cage? And then after your next inhale, release the breath. Just allow the breath to do whatever it does. And just allowing the body to release into Shavasana, to resting. Nothing to do, nowhere to be. This is simply allowing yourself to release into the support beneath you. And then you're going to allow the breath to deepen. Feel the breath expanding in the rib cage. Just notice where you feel your breath moving. Where are the bones and muscles that are moving with your inhale? And then you're welcome to begin to bring a little more movement to fingers or toes. Sliding the legs from the seat of the chair. And rolling down to one side. Using the support of your hands to come back up to sitting. And then bringing your hands in front of your heart. Namaste. Thank you for your practice.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.